Hey everybody, Bammerk here. Today I'm going to be reviewing The Goon number 7 by Albatross Comics, written by Eric Powell. If you don't know, just to give you a little background information, The Goon is a creator-owned comic book by Eric Powell. It was once published through Albatross Comics and went over to Dark Horse for maybe 15, 20 years, something like that. And the I mean, yeah, maybe going on 20 years, something like that. And now the character is self-published by Eric Powell. His label is Albatross Funny Books. It's a pretty cool comic book company. The Goon is basically a character that's a mob enforcer, or he's like a thug that goes around and he basically fights monsters in this like zombie town that takes place during the Prohibition era for the most part, but it pokes fun at like pop culture, and it's just like a funny like book that it's just always making jokes, and there's if you're into horror and Hellboy and stuff like that, it's similar to it, but the Goon it's almost like a subgenre unto itself. But yeah, it just pokes fun at a lot of stuff. It's very satirical. It's a hilarious book. The art is really cool. It's kind of like inspired by Bernie Wrightson, but also has like a Mad Magazine feel, and I don't know. There's a lot of inspirations, but the creator Eric Powell, he's really got his own style. It's really cool. He uses like these different like types of brushes and black colored pencils and shading, and I think now he's introducing some more of this like some computer stuff into the books. But yeah, let's get into it. This one right here is called The Goon Snatches a Lumberg Baby. Little bit of background info on that. The Lumberg baby was a famous baby that got kidnapped back in the day, and I don't believe they ever found it. So that's what happens in here. Yeah, this book's only $3.99, and you get like I think like maybe 30 pages in here, so you get a pretty good like amount of money. The interior art is illustrated by Brett Parson. This guy's really good. His style fits the Goon really good. Eric Powell's bringing a lot of different talent to draw the books, which I think is cool because now he's like got his own company and he's doing all kinds of stuff. So it's probably really hard for him to do the interior art. I do prefer his art inside here more than anybody's, but the people he picks for the most part are really good. Like this guy's style suits the Goon perfect. Kind of reminds me of I forget the name, but the Calvin and Hobbes artist mixed with Eric Powell a little bit and a couple other cats too. But yeah, this artist is cool. So right here we got this this monkey and this kind of these grifters right here talking some trash on this Lumberg baby, and everyone's taking pictures of it, and he's like it's 2 months ago, and he's like, you want a cute, I can give you cute, I got a monkey right here, what's cuter than a monkey? And the monkey's like and so everyone's loving the Lumberg baby and whatnot, and the baby's all cool and strong, and this guy's trying to get his attention, come check out my monkey, pretty much, and no one cares, so they're walking away, and he's like, cretins, they wouldn't know true entertainment if it dropped on their heads, their bulbous heads, and the monkey's foaming at the mouth, and there's this like dude in the alley, you know what I mean, and he's basically tells him, I got a job for you, then you jump ahead, and it's the Lumberg house. It's in modern times now, and there's this cat from the last issue. Spoilers. I don't know if you haven't read it, but he's leading the Goon there to this house right here, and he's like, yeah, go in there, and he slams the door on him and basically parks a truck right on top. So we jump over to the Lumberg house, and looks like the Goon sneaking in, and there's a guy who looks just like the Goon, and he grabs the baby and escapes, and everyone's like, oh no, it's a Goon, it's a Goon. And they take a picture, they all think it's a Goon, and really the Goon's, he's down there with Frankie. Frankie is his buddy, and they basically they go around town, and they're like little mobsters. They go around town, they extort money out of people for protection against different monsters that come into town. There's his arch nemesis is the zombie priest. And spoilers, if you've been reading the Goon for 15 years, so zombie priest is Rumpelstiltskin. So, check out the Goon though. It's just it's hilarious stuff. It's really good, American American multimedia. So the Goon gets out basically, and there's this guy, basically posing as the Goon, and he's running around stealing money from churches, stealing money from nuns, Thanks for the cash, penguins. That's the Lord's money, heathen, heathen. Yelling at him and stuff, and they got this baby right here, and they're trying to feed him, and it's horrible, And, poor little Lumberg baby. And all the townspeople are going after the Goon, they're thinking the Goon kidnapped the baby, and none of that happened. And there's these like kids, they're like locked up in this, I think they're up in this fridge right here, and there's all these like body parts, and they're trying to get out. And these guys are actually going to have a little comic book coming out. I think they're called the Little Bastards or something like that, or Dirty Little Bastards, or I don't know, something like that. But they're going to have a comic coming out in like next month or month after. Creator Eric Powell's going to give them the spotlight on issues. They're pretty funny. They kind of remind me of like the Bottle Kids or the Little Rascals, or like Calvin and Hobbes, or just like the kids from that Trailer Park Boys TV show. It's pretty funny. They like run around the trailer park and throw bottles at people and stuff. Yeah, they're just like the little hoods from the neighborhood. But basically they pick a lock, and they're like, well, the Goon, the Goon taught me to, pick a lock before. And then one of the kids like, hey, fat lot of good that's going to do us. Where the heck are we going to find a finger bone? And they're in the fridge, all these bones and hands and stuff. So funny part right here. The Goon is going to, Frankie convinced the Goon to basically dress up like old ladies to sneak into the retirement home. And they're going to like basically talk to the old people. Because all old people in town, they know all this stuff. They ain't got nothing better to do, so they're gonna know who your impersonator is. So let's just go there and talk to them, And I don't know, it's just really funny. Like the dialogue, it's really really good. Like Powell can write, like Frankie right here. But first, a little Franks and beans and some tapioca and a shot of laudanum, and you'll be feeling much better. Like it's just funny stuff like that. And the Goon's like, I ain't gonna feel better until I wrap my mitts around the neck of that jerk trying to frame me. It's just funny. So they get in, and the old people, they're just, they know it's the Goon, you know what I mean? They just know, And this guy's like, haven't you taken enough money, Uth mother? Well, it's had me no more. Where are my pills? Like, they're all missing their teeth. And, the Goon, he just straight whopping them up. Whack! No more. It's funny, man. And then Frankie's down here getting beat up by the old folks home. He's like, imposter? It's an imposter. I'll tell you, Goon would never steal your teeth. Okay, maybe he would, but this isn't him. Not this time. It's hilarious. Yeah, so basically, the Goon, spoilers, he finds the imposter, and they're like, is that the mother boss? Is that Mrs. Goon? Ma'am? Ma'am? It's hilarious. Yeah, and there's the imposter, and it's the dude from the beginning with the little monkey, and then, boof! Just knocks that fool's face, just like knocks, basically he had a plastic surgery like done to his face, and the Goon just knocked it right off. I don't want to spoil too much, but yeah, this is an awesome book. It's funny, the art's great, it's hilarious. There's not that many. Realistically, there's not that many funny books and comics that are going to deliver on all these different levels. It's got comedy, horror, beautiful art. Just I don't know. This book, many of a time over the last decade, I've been buying and just cracking open a beer and just having fun with it, So, yeah, the Goon on stands right now, number 7. There's this one, and then there's also another cover, a hardcover. It's like $1 more. It's really cool, but I had to go with the Eric Powell one. But yeah, the other one, it almost looks like it's illustrated by the guy that drew. I forgot the name of the artist, but him too. He looked like the artist that drew the Charlie Brown. But yeah, I'm gonna have to give this one 2 horns up. And as always, folks, thanks for watching. If you like comics, metal, movies, and brewskis, then ring that bell, smash that like button, subscribe to Metal, Movies, and Brewskis. Have a great night, folks.